Hi, my name is Kim and I'm currently on a 5-week road trip around Scotland. Here I spend my time walking along beautiful beaches, exploring old castle ruins, as well as just enjoying the beautiful countryside there is on offer. If you want to follow me on my adventures, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you out there. Good morning, and what you've just seen is the view out of the lounge windows here at the hostel. And I've just gotten up and I've literally just sitting here with a cup of coffee and staring out. But yeah, this is the lounge. Lovely little space. And well, as I said, just gonna have the coffee and then have breakfast in a minute. I slept so good last night. I feel like I probably slept for about 9 hours, but I feel like my body needed it. And today's another absolute beautiful day. So we'll definitely get out there soon and do something with it. So it's nearly 10 o'clock and I'm finally getting going. It's been a slow morning, but it was nice to just take my time and chill. But now, like I've said, it's too nice of a day not to make use of it. So I'm just gonna literally drive for like 2 minutes to the trailhead. I could probably walk it, but not quite ready for that. And then we're not gonna do anything crazy today. But yeah, I'll tell you once I get to the starting point. Okay, so I just drove over to the next village here, and I'm parked in Annet. And I'm actually quite glad I drove. It was a little bit further than I remembered. But yeah, we're gonna start my walk from here, and I'm gonna do a route that's called Ardmore and the Falls of Balgy. It's a route of walk highlands, and it takes in some of the coastline here, but then also goes very slightly up the hill a little bit for some more views, and then we'll finish back here. Now, if you are familiar with Torridon, you know there are quite a few great Munros that are available to do, and I would love to do some of those. I have been up one of them before, which I can't remember the name of right now, but it's basically the first one if you do the Horns of Alligin, and I loved it. It was a great trail, but unfortunately on that day I couldn't complete the Horns because there was just some stubborn hill fog, literally just kind of the top maybe 100 feet that just would not shift. And with the Horns of Alligin, especially if you've not done them before, if you're not familiar with them, you do want clear visibility. So I did have to turn around that time. But yeah, I would love to do them, or also Beinn, for example, or as I said, there's a bunch more in the area. But I just know at the moment my body would not appreciate it. I said, body's feeling pretty tired, and I'm just gonna stick to easier hikes for now. And I believe that the ones today's going to be, it is about 9 miles, so it's a fair distance, but it's not much up and down, so it should be easily doable. But yeah, I just need to get my bag ready, change my shoes, and then we'll be off. Here we go, time to get going. So there's a bunch of different trails that go out from here. There's a lot of them nice, easy, low-level routes, and pretty sure the views are going to be great. There's the sound of so many birds in this forest. I hope you can hear it. So just back where I parked the car, you could probably see that area was still in the shade and it was still quite bitterly cold. But now we've got the sun here, and let's say this jacket is probably going to come off pretty soon. We will have this in our sights all day, but just getting my first clear view of the day of Beinn and the horns of Alligin, and that's Munro's as well that I can't remember the name of, but it's as I say, it's on my long to-do list of things to do. As you kind of can do a round where you go up there that gully first, then drop down the back, goes up to the Beinn and then over the horns, and then you come back down here. And apparently it's a very fun route with a little bit of scrambling, nothing too hard, good for, like, you might not want to be a complete scramble beginner, but if you've got a little bit of confidence, I've heard it's a brilliant route. But there's also just still a little bit of snow along the top, so yeah, definitely not ready to do it today, but someday. Just walked a little bit further, and from here we've now got some really good views of Torridon across the water, and then towering over the top of it got Liach, another one of the Torridon Munros. That's on my list. But yeah, it's right from the start here. There's some really lovely views, and yeah, it's just a nice gentle walk so far. This section along the shore is so nice, and I can just imagine, you know, here in the summer on those rare really warm days, just go swimming. Sure, it's lovely, but right now the sun is blocked by this little hill here on the side, so it is a little bit cold again, but we'll be back in the sun soon enough. And at this point, so just after that shore section, we are leaving this main trail for a little while. We will be joining back up on it a little bit higher up, but here we are heading down to that bridge. Now this is, yeah, you've got to look out for it. This is really easy to miss, but there's some stairs going down. And without having a look at the Walk Highlands description beforehand, I would not have known to look out for this. But yeah, we were basically just doing a little diversion around the peninsula. Apparently there's some nice views, and then as I will join up onto this main trail again and keep going up. But for now, down here. And at this point it's time for a break. We've got a nice spot in the sun, we've got some boulders to sit on, and we've been walking for about 50 minutes. And as I say, I want to take today really nice and easy, so time for plenty of breaks. And now here in the sun, it certainly was warm enough to take the jacket off, and also we've got a nice view. And the sun shining nice and bright right there. I think I could sit here in this spot for hours, but it's time to get going. We'll find another nice spot to chill for a while in a little bit, but now we are gonna keep going down this path. Okay, at this point you can either head down here down to the shore, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a longer round around the peninsula. Well, I'm gonna turn straight left here to go up and over towards the other side, and it will allow me to join our original trail again pretty soon. So if you wanted to do the whole circuit around this peninsula, you'd be coming up this path. But yeah, we've just come over the top here via this shortcut. I'm gonna continue down this track. I am going to connect back up to our first trail up ahead very shortly. Well, yeah, this diversion onto the peninsula is really lovely, but it completely depends on how far you want your whole walk to be, if you want to come out here or not. So you could completely skip it, which probably saves you around maybe just over 2k. You can do the shorter version as I did, which takes in about half the peninsula, or if you've got it in your legs, if you want to do the long bit, you know, do take the opportunity for some great views and do the whole way around. Other alternative you have, if you're more after a shorter walk, so you could walk out here, do the peninsula, and once you join the main trail again, you know, start heading back. But up here ahead you can see the gate, so I'm gonna turn right to keep going. Here you can see the path splits again, and this is actually where we'll be doing our big loop. So I'm gonna turn down the right, gonna do some kind of loop, head up there somewhere, and then we'll come back down here. Alright, we're at our next junction, just where this house with the red roof is, and the map is saying to keep going straight ahead. So yeah, the trail goes just past this restored house, and then you've got to go down here across the cattle grid. Alright, here we're just getting to a road. We are just gonna cross this road, and our path continues right opposite. Right, a little burn to cross, but we've got nice stepping stones. I'm now walking next to the river Balgy, and this is the river that I'm going to be following for a little while. Well, yeah, it's right next to it. It's just a nice little hiking trail. And we've now got a nice view of the falls. We are going to get closer, but this is a beautiful view from right here. With that big pond of water right in front of it. It's a small waterfall, but it looks lovely. There are just some people down by the waterfall taking some photos, so I'm just going to leave them to it for the moment. But we're well over halfway into the walk anyway. So I believe it's also just past 12 o'clock. So I think perfect time for a proper break. I'll have some food, enjoy that sun in my face, and we'll get going again soon. It's been a lovely break, but time to have a look down closer at the waterfall and then keep going. Alright, let's keep going. So the path is just climbing up a little bit here ahead of us, but I don't think it's going to be uphill for long, just a few minutes. And I love having an extended break like I just had. I did sit on that rock for about 30 minutes, but when you first get going again, for the first few minutes, the legs just feel very heavy. So it always takes a little while to basically get running smoothly again. So the path certainly changes a little bit after the waterfall. A lot rockier, quite small narrow path, but it's nice and clear. Got the river down there, and we'll get going. The section of trail just above the waterfall is really beautiful, and this amazing view here opens up, but just be aware the path does go past fairly close to the edge. And this nice loch here behind me is Loch Dahm. And this section up here is certainly a lot boggier than the rest. So you can see kind of along the path here, but you can skirt along the side of it pretty well. But if it has been very wet, this might be a bit rough. So kind of the path just skirts the side of here. It's not that tricky. It's just climbing, well no, it's walking over top of the rocks. You come to this gate, we'll pass through here, and you've got a nice little beach. This is very pretty, but yeah, just come across the beach and you'll find a set of tracks just here that we're gonna go up and then turn left. So on this trail, so we only walk a very short section along the shore, but there is a trail that goes down a lot longer, I think pretty much the whole way. Not 100% certain where you end up, but probably will be a lovely walk. So yeah, as you can see here, we're back along the main track, so this one here goes down along the shore, but we are gonna head back up here across down the other side, and we'll soon get back down to the road that we crossed earlier. I'm just about to get back to the road. We'll once again cross over it, but this has been a lovely walk along this plateau up here. It's a nice track, nice and easy, and pretty flat. Just lovely on a day like today. we're turning right here. Gonna go through this gate, and the sign says it's about 5k back to Annet. And we have completed our loop. Went that way this morning, and now we've just come from the top half here. So now it's just retracing our steps back. I am nearly done with the walk. We are less than 10 minutes, I would say, away from the car park, and it's been absolutely lovely. Now today has certainly been, you know, not a difficult walk, but it has been, I would say, one of our longer ones. I did obviously take that little shortcut on the peninsula, so the walk was not quite as long as to what kind of the route I followed from the Walk Highlands website, which I am going to try to remember to link below. But it is probably going to be roughly about 13k by the end of it. So just over, what is that, just over 8 miles. So yeah, pretty decent distance to stretch our legs. Now, as you've seen, it is a very straightforward, easy trail for the most part. You really only have that small section just after the waterfall to the loch, where the path gets a little bit rockier, a little bit more narrow, but pretty much all the rest of it is on a trail like this. So I can definitely recommend. It's really lovely. Just, yeah, something nice if you do want to get a bit of distance in, but you don't really want to do anything hard path-wise. This option is perfect, and you'll get some really nice views as well. Here we are back in the car, and this was lovely. Now, I was out there for close to 4.5 hours, so a decent stretch of time, but I'd say close to an hour of that was just me sitting on the rock and holding my face up to the sun. But yeah, can definitely recommend. Great little trail, but now, according to Google Maps, there are 2 cafes that are open in Torridon. Now, I don't fully trust Google Maps anymore with opening times during this time of the year, but I'm gonna go drop the car off at the hostel and then walk down the road and see if any of the cafes are open so I can have some cake. Alright, car has been dropped off, and now it's time to find some cake. That was a lovely brownie and some tea, and it was just lovely getting to sit outside and enjoy it with a great view. But now I'm just walking back to the hostel, and then I think I'm gonna set up in that lovely lounge with that great view and just do some work on the laptop. And then I guess all that's left to do for the day is cook myself some dinner. But I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna finish this video here. thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you for tomorrow's adventures.